data storage services, especially related to Google Cloud Platform. We're going to go ahead and discuss specific storage options, storage services. We're going to talk about configuring and deploying data storage services in Google Cloud. My name's Joe Holbrook, and I've been a Google Cloud Platform consultant for over 2 years now. And I'm really looking forward to also discussing how Google Cloud can enable your organization to become more efficient. This lesson, of course, is going to be more focused on data storage. When it comes to specific services around storage, this is really going to entail not just like object storage, but also the data services, aka databases. For example, like Cloud SQL. We're going to talk about Datastore. We're going to talk about other options around NewSQL and NoSQL as well. When it comes to data storage, first thing we want to do is just do an overview, get you familiar with all the different solutions out there from Google. And then we're going to go ahead and talk about principles around data storage that Google seems to approach pretty judiciously in their cloud architecture. We're going to talk about data storage security. As you would expect, we're going to talk about encryption. We're going to also talk about how Google has their HADR basically approach for some of the services as well. We're going to talk about ACLs and also IAM as well. There's going to be some service accounts we're going to want to touch on as well that are related to data storage. We're going to talk about cloud storage. This is Google's object storage solution, or service, I should really say. And again, if you haven't used it, it's remarkably simple to use, and it's very similar in a lot of ways to Amazon S3, and I will certainly be doing some comparisons as well. We're going to do a couple demos actually on cloud storage. We're going to go ahead and talk about Cloud SQL. Now, if you're familiar with SQL, then you'll likely, of course, be able to ramp up and be be very proficient in Cloud SQL pretty quickly. And we'll talk about a lot of the similarities to SQL itself. We're going to talk about Cloud Datastore and what that is, and also perform a demo. We're going to touch on Cloud Bigtable, Cloud Spanner. We're going to talk about persistent disks as well. For example, like having persistent disks or having a local disk, whether it's SSD or a spinning disk. We'll talk about the options available in Google Cloud Storage. We're going to talk about migrating data and what the Google Data Transfer Service is. Basically, we'll get you familiar with the different ways to get data to the Google Cloud Platform. We're going to do a demo, actually a few demos on the Google Data Transfer. We'll then also talk about some other resources such as Quick Labs, Code Labs, and Stack Overflow that you should know about. Lastly, we're going to go ahead and close out the modules with some references and some of the areas that you may want to know around the Cloud Architect or the Data Engineer exams. Also additional resources and also some other, I guess, areas of feedback that may be of interest to you as well. Let's go ahead and get started.